And a reminder coming up on SportsCenter tonight at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. Can the Mets stay alive? The Braves have a 3-1 lead in the National League Championship Series. And what about the Rams? Can they remain perfect? Highlights of the Rams-Falcons game in Atlanta. And how about the Buffalo Bills trying to hold on to first place? Raiders-Bills highlights all on SportsCenter coming up tonight at 7 o'clock Eastern Time on ESPN. Back at Talladega, Dale Jarrett holding on now. Terry Labonte and Bobby Labonte has shuffled their way into second and third place. And take a look at the 28 card. Got to give a call to Kenny Irwin on the restart. He was back about 25th spot or so, and has slowly but surely just picked them off.
And here we go for the lead change. The Labonte brothers hooked up. Terry Labonte will lead that lap. He has help from his brother. And we'll see the line go by on the inside. We saw it go by on the outside. And now it goes by on the inside. We talked about Kenny Irwin. He moves up into third spot. And here comes Earnhardt.
Got a hole coming up with the 7 car. It's a big hole. 7 car's coming up to you. 7 car is clear.
Spotter telling him that as soon as the 7 car goes by, that's your hole. Indicating you can turn down and get in the draft there.
But closing up in a hurry because Mark Martin was coming up there.
Looking outside, looking outside.
And look at Jeff Gordon all alone in that DuPont Chevrolet on the bottom of the racetrack. Wow. Now that is getting hung out.
Six cars in the lead group. Earnhardt making a move up on the outside. That goes up into third.
Well, looks like it doesn't make any difference where Dale Earnhardt starts, guys. Take a look at that. 9 top 10 finishes in 13 races, starting 26th or worse. He started 27th here today, and now he's making a charge for second spot.
He's making a charge right now. Bobby Labonte is making a charge for the lead on the outside. Earnhardt is going to follow him. Now Terry Labonte is the odd man out.
Well, Bobby didn't mind hanging his brother down there, did he? Okay, I got to go.
He moved over to try to help his brother get a little bit of snip, but it's not going to help because this outside line is going by. And poor Kenny Irwin, what happened to him? He was third just a moment ago.
He's back in 10th place now. But he's still not far behind the leader.
Now, Bobby Labonte doesn't mind having his brother Terry as a dancing partner, but he'd like to have his teammate Tony Stewart. But where's Tony? What happened to the Home Depot Pontiac, Bill Weber?
Well, the car is good, but it's still a rookie driver in there. And remember, he is working on 2 tires here. But Tony lost his rhythm a little bit, lost his place in line, got shuffled out. Now he's riding around, being patient, trying to watch and learn, and hopefully will be able to climb his way back up to the front. But right now, he's at the back or near the back of that pack trying to make their way forward.
Jimmy Spencer and Kyle Petty. A couple of guys have gotten up this lead group and trying to go someplace. Meanwhile, Mike Skinner's in the middle of this 3 wide. And Skinner squeezes up right in front of Ward Burton. Meanwhile, we have Terry Labonte, Kenny Irwin, Jeff Gordon, Jimmy Spencer trying to get something going on the bottom of the racetrack. And it looks like right now the outside line gets a little bit more momentum.
There is Spencer right in front of Kenny Wallace, right behind Jeff Gordon, and he was commenting on.
Spencer hasn't been quite as strong as we thought he might be because in the restricted plate races he really has been going good in the last couple of years, but now he's asserting himself a little bit more now up there in the top 15.
Coca-Cola on board with Jeff Burton, the guy going from $1 million to if he can pull it off. He's pulled it off twice this year, has won that $1 million bonus from the folks at Winston. Right now he's in 12th position.
And Jeff's fan is Byron Pratt from Houston, Texas, hoping to become a millionaire. You look at where the Noble 5 cars are running. Mark Martin is 6th. Ward Burton back in 10th spot. Jeff Burton being shown back in the 12th position. Jeremy Mayfield is 19th, and Kevin LePage back in 22nd.
Spencer went blunt.
Approximately how long can we pit? 12 to 13.
12 to 13 laps before the pit. And that will be the final pit stop of the day. We see now the 31 cars come down the 88 trying to figure out when they're going to pit, because you have to have help when you pit. You have to have someone else come in. You cannot be out there by yourself.
And there's representatives from the Phillips team there for Michael Waltrip. They're talking over with the Lowe's crew members and the Quality Care crew members, Todd Parrott.
This is one time that you don't hold back secrets. You want to work those things out.
Want to be open and honest.
Yes.
They're going to need help to come down pit road and get back up there. Now, in the last 5 or 6 laps, it's every man for himself. But front 4 cars, single file. Bobby Labonte, one of 16 different cars that have led this race today at Talladega, Alabama. Why is NASCAR racing becoming America's #1 spectator sport? You're seeing it right here. Back with more in a moment. At Talladega, and remarkably, that's what happens when you get out of the draft. Sterling Marlin's car number 40 about to go a lap down. He's trying to hang on as they are still negotiating down there. There's representatives from Jeff Gordon's team. Frank Stoddard there from Jeff Burton's team talking with Todd Parrott. Pit stops have got to be coming somewhere 7, 8, 9 laps away.
Terry Labonte's crew was just down there a moment ago checking on when PJ was going to pit, and they said it's lap 141, which is about 8 laps from now. And they discussed how many tires they were going to take on. They said 4. Again, this is a time that you got to be honest, because you need that help.
And some of those guys that changed 2 tires earlier, you would think would have to change 4 this time, and some of the guys that changed 4 could get by with changing 2. Although if you have to fill the tank completely full of fuel, you just about can change 4 tires in that length of time.
Right up, it was before they went that corner, right on the back bumper of Bobby Labonte, trying to push him on in there.
Well, the best average finish in the last 10 restrictor plate races belongs to Bobby Labonte with an average finish of 6. He's also scored the most points. Guess who's second? The guy right behind him, Dale Earnhardt. Now, Terry Labonte was up there with his brother Bobby leading a moment ago, and he shuffled back to about 17 spots. And speaking of shuffling, here goes Earnhardt.
They're going to try to shuffle Bobby Labonte back. They saw that car coming up down on the inside of the racetrack. That's Brett Bodine that they were coming up on.
And Mike Skinner gets a great run, but is it going to help him any?
Clear low. Good job.
And here goes Jarrett on the inside of Earnhardt.
Had a run going into the corner and was able to pull it off.
Well, like a rocket ship down beneath Earnhardt, he makes the pass and pulls by 5 car lengths.
3-car lead on 7.
Had the help of Michael Waltrip, and boy, they just shot by there. That's what you can do when you get that momentum build up.
Should be about 6 laps away, make it 5 laps away from what is expected to be the final pit stop of the day. Now, some cars will begin to come in the next 2 laps. Remember, it all has to do with who you made a deal with. They can make it the rest of the way from here. Their window is open as far as fuel is concerned, right, Ned?
Yes, they should be able to go, once they stop now, they should be able to go the rest of the way as far as fuel is concerned. At this point, 52 laps. When they come back, it'll be 51 laps to go, and they can go that far easily.
As you come off the corner, we can see that it's not going to be Jarrett in this group of cars this time making the pit stop.
Car's still good, right? No changes.
All right, here's Kenny Schrader on pit road all alone. No one else down pit road with him in the Skoll Chevrolet, our 4th fastest qualifier. He will head down to Sammy Johns. Let's go down to Ray Dunlap.
Should be a 2-tire stop here for Kenny Schrader. Not sure why he came down by himself, but there's a lot of bargaining going down here. The 6 car talking about coming in 2 laps. Dale Earnhardt will be in soon. Right side tires on for Schrader, making sure they get all the fuel in it, and they send him away.
Manny, that's exactly what you were talking about. They had to sit there and wait for him to put the gas in. You know, a couple extra seconds, they could have changed those left side tires.
They were talking about
here they come. I thought they were coming in the pits.
I don't know what the location was. Or it might be mid-under green here.
couple of cars coming in the pits. They were just trying to pass on the apron of the racetrack.
A lot of bargaining ongoing down in the pits. Let's listen.
When y'all gonna come? Okay. Okay. 4. Robert, the 5's coming on 141. 143. You gotta get 4. Yeah, I'm gonna get 4. You know what I'm saying? 4 Frankie. It's tires, man. You know what I'm saying? Even though they look good, it's just, you know what I'm saying? We got 4 a while ago. It's the best our car is.
Boy, Frankie Stoddard, Frank would like to be able to get 2 tires and then maintain the track position. But Todd Parrott saying, I got to get 4. And he's trying to take care of his driver. Also know that 4 tires does make a difference to having that 4.
Absolutely makes a difference.
Now, if Todd Parrott changes 2 tires,
Now the 18 will be pitting this lap.
you never want to play poker with him, I'll tell you that.
John Kernan.
Bobby Hamilton is in. He thought that he had a loose wheel after that last caution, but he didn't. It'll be a 4-tire change. He hung on to the car. He lost a little bit of ground, but here he is on pit road by himself, waiting for the left sides of the fuel to go in. He is down and away.
All right, Bobby Hamilton, the Kodak Chevrolet. We'd expect to see the leader peeling off.
I think Bobby Labonte is definitely going to peel off. He has peeled off. 18, several other cars coming. There's smoke. Somebody's blowing up coming down the front straightaway.
That is Terry Labonte. That is Terry Labonte in the car number 5.
Motor down the front straight. 5-car blue motor.
And the yellow flag is out, but there are cars on pit road.
Some of them is going to go on. Bobby Labonte is going to stop. And I think it'll be to his advantage to do that. John Kernan?
I think you're exactly right, Ned, because of the slow lap time to come back around the racetrack. Jimmy Makar made the call to go ahead and take on 4 tires to Ray Dunlap.
Dale Earnhardt did the same thing, John. He decided he might as well pit. They're already here. It's a 4-tire change right now, and they've got the gas in, plenty of gas. Earnhardt's down and away. Mark Martin and a few others stayed out there on the racetrack, and now they'll get to come down and pit.
All right, 4 cars elected to stay on pit road and make their pit stops. Now, that's very important to remember. Earnhardt, Bobby Labonte, and Ward Burton, along with a 30 car of Buckshot Jones, they're the cars that stayed on pit road and made their stops. Buckshot's a lap down, but the other 3 cars are in the lead lap, so everyone else now have to come around and make their pit stops under the caution.
Yes, they will, and that's going to put them behind those cars. That was very smart for them to stay on pit road. They had plenty of time because the leader, Dale Jarrett, had slowed down once the caution came out, and that gave them plenty of time to change those tires.
Watch these cars coming down pit road. There's Bobby Labonte and Jeremy Mayfield sliding the right front tire. And then we see about that same time Terry Labonte blows up. Now, you see Tony Stewart started to come to his pit. Everyone said, go back on the racetrack. Keep going, keep going. But Earnhardt and Bobby Labonte, Ward Burton, just like you said, they stopped. All these other cars should have stopped because they could have done all that changes. And look at the disadvantage that Dale Jarrett and Steve Park, Jeff Gordon, Michael Waltrip, the disadvantage, they would have been behind all those cars on the restart. Now, it's just whoever beats each other out of the pits right now.
Yep.
And we're hearing that Skinner may have a fuel problem, Bill.
Jerry, he came down pit road, but then he did not stop. Larry McReynolds wanted him to stop. They've had a conversation about it in very clear terms, but they are the concern that Skinner could run out of gas on this lap. McReynolds says, I think you'll be all right, but watch your fuel pressure, especially on the banking.
Wow. Well, 14 cars peeled off to come down pit road. Only 4 ended up staying. 3 of those 4 on the lead lap. Once again, they were Earnhardt, Bobby Labonte, and Ward Burton.
That was very heads-up thinking on the part of those that did go ahead and make that pit stop. Had to do it quick. And said, okay, they realized that the leader was going to slow down, and you can make a green flag pit stop here at Talladega and stay on the lead lap, even when they're running full speed. Now, you might get passed when you go back out on the racetrack because you're not up to speed, but they knew the leader was going to slow down, so, you know, they had no... it was a very, very smart call.
And now here comes Dale Jarrett, the race leader. Car number 1, Steve Park, behind him, Michael Waltrip. Morgan Company.
Okay, right over here.
You, Bill Weber.
Wheel straight, put on the
And
brake.
Todd Parrott,
Right over here, stop on the board.
He stops on the board. This will be 4 tires. This is the same car that won here a year ago and finished second here in the spring. Because Terry Labonte has fallen out, Dale Jarrett has a clear path out of his pit stall. This is 4 tires and fuel. No changes to the chassis. They went with the 4 tires because that's the best their car's been all day. From 34th to the first, Jarrett's on his way. John.
Watch him. Outside.
Jeff Gordon waiting for the last round of gas to go, installs the car, but fires it back up. 4 tire change, no chassis adjustments, but they did put another piece of tape on the front grille.
And now these cars will have to work traffic. Here is the car number 99. He had a problem in the pits.
He's very, very close to pit wall. Might have been too close to pit wall to get the jack under to change the left side tires.
All right, here's what happened to Jeff Gordon in the X-side Ford. Let's watch, see if he actually misses his pit stall.
Boy, he's coming in real hot as Gordon slows down. John Kernan.
It's not much of a problem here at Talladega because you don't use the brakes a whole lot except when you pit, and that's where the problem was. Just a slight brake problem. The car just would not stop for Jeff.
And the front tire changer, actually the tire carrier, gets the tire knocked out of his hands. He's leaning over the pit wall there, so some anxious moments there in the X-side pits. Let's check in with Ray Dunlap.
Well, Doc, when Mark Martin came in, they had a good pit stop. They went to pull the film off the front window so that Mark will have a clearer view, and it just all fell apart, so they were not able to clean the window for him. So all these other drivers out there are going to have a much better view than Mark Martin. They did 4 tires and gas here, no chassis adjustments, but they did not pick up a lot of positions on pit road, which has been the case for this team most of the day.
Wow. Well, we are working the 3rd caution flag today, and unless we get another one, that is the last pit stop we'll see. It's going to be decided on the racetrack. Bobby Labonte is our leader. Back in a moment.